show. It's Friday. We're in low, and we're excited to see you. Cyrus is joining us on bass today, and Mim's with us this week. So I'm back. He's come back a lot. Comebacks are fun.
Comebacks.
All right. Well, if hopefully you brought a guitar or your bass with you, we're going to talk about how to play a few things here, and we're going to start up right off. We're going to play one of our songs called "Witches," and on the record, I actually played this on baritone. Most of what you're hearing is a baritone guitar on this. There's some regular 6-string guitar on there, but the recording is a baritone. But I'm going to show you how to play it on regular guitar in open G, but I'll tell you how to play it in standard tuning too while I'm doing it. So, okay, so we talked about this a little bit last week with one of the most important chords in open G, at least for me, is B minor. And this is where B minor is. You're playing those three, you're fretting those three across on the 4th fret, and then so this is your root and your 5th and another root, and then I think this is another root, and then this ends up being your minor 3rd, the high D string is the 3rd, making that the B minor. But this is a very handy chord. Like I've said it before, but I write a lot of songs kind of based around B minor, and just because of the all right, so you learn B minor. And I do that, usually just do it with 2 fingers, my first 2 fingers, and cover right there. And it sounds like this. Okay, so that's B minor. The next chord I'm playing is an A. An A in open G is pretty simple, or one of the ways you can play A is pretty simple, and that's just barring across the 2nd fret with 1 finger. And you can kind of mute the low string on this because it's a 5th, so you don't really need to. So going across there, that's an A. All right, so B minor to A, and then the next chord we're going to do is an E, and it's kind of there's not really a 3rd in it, so it's not major or minor, but this is an E. And what I'm doing is barring across the 2nd fret, and then with my other fingers doing this. So barring across the 2nd fret, you're already there when you're playing an A. But if you'll notice, this is basically the same shape as a D7, but I'm scooting it up and barring across here, making an E7 in the root. So it's root 5th, root 5th. There's your 7. There's another root. So there's no 3rds in there. That can be handy sometimes. All right, so this, Witches is just B minor, A, and E, and it's implied that it's kind of an E minor. So if you're playing along at home on a regular guitar, it's B minor, A, and E minor, with sometimes an E minor 7 kind of vibe. All right, and the bass, pretty easy. What do we got? Show us where the B is. B is the 2nd fret and the 2nd string. Keep looking at the bass there. Let's get this thing that's rattling behind here. And then what's the next note? A. A is the open string, the 2nd string open, which means you're not fretting it, you're playing it open. And then an E. E is the lowest string, open. And there's also an E where, show them the octave. That's also an E, 2 frets up on the 3rd string. So always on the bass, if you're playing this note, 2 strings over, 2 frets up is an octave. That's handy for arrangements sometimes. All right, so we start on the E minor. We do a little Bang, bang, bang on that, and then we go into the cycle. B minor, A, E minor 7. And you can pull that along.
Played the part of the one who was taken down by a dog. All I could think about was how a guy like me could fight them all. And when you finally submitted to embarrassing capture, out of the corner of my eye, I see my children in rapture. One night I got up and told my father there were witches in my room. He gave me a baseball bat and said, "Here's what you do. When you have finally submitted to embarrassing capture, take out that baseball bat and show those witches some pasture." All you guys out there trying to act like Al Green, all you guys out there trying to act like Al Green, y'all weak. Cause when you finally submit to embarrassing capture, all you guys out there, you're gonna wish you were Al Green.
That's pretty cool. That went on. All right. All right. So this next one, we're going to be kind of using a lot of the same things you just learned. All right. If you have a capo, and you're in open G, put it up on the 7th fret. Yep. Closer and show you sort of what I'm doing here. All right. Oh, whoops. Okay, remember when we played the A? We're kind of gonna do that same way this way, except we're pretending that this is the bottom of the guitar now. We're gonna play like an A. So going across that fret, and that's actually an E major. The next chord is an A, but I'm playing it like a D. I'll show you. This is what, remember, this is what a D looks like. And if you're playing on behind the capo, it's the same thing though. It's like that. And then the next thing I'm gonna do is kind of like the B minor, except it's on the capo, so it's gonna be right here. What that is actually is F sharp minor because of the capo. So I'm playing, remember how I played the B minor? I'm doing it up here now, except it's on the capo. And then the last chord is a D, an actual D, but because I'm playing on the capo, I can play it like this. It's basically this open chord. Play that little note up there. It's just kind of a little glimmer on it. So it's just those chords. So the bass, what's the first one on the bass? E. It's playing a high E. Remember? Third string, second fret. E, and then an A. That's the open second string. F sharp minor. Or G flat, or whatever you want to call it. There's that. Fourth fret on the third string, and the D. D is fifth fret on the second string. All right, so this song's just kind of a little
feel good ditty.
Little love song for y'all, and it's just kind of skips along, and it's sort of just kind of find that little happy medium. That little edge, the edge of the knife. Yeah, that's way over the edge of the knife. I don't know, we play that.
We would play it really fast sometimes. That seems too slow to me. Alright, let's do it.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3. What part of me don't you know? What part of me don't you own? What part of me don't you know? What part of me don't you own? Can't you see that I'm bleeding out here? Waking up from a dreaming out here. Getting hard to believe it out here. It's 100 degrees and out here. What part of me don't you know? What part of me don't you own? What part of me don't you know? What part of me don't you own? Sometimes it scares me to death. Sometimes it takes all my breath. Talking and pleading all night. Must be some way to reach the other side. What part of me don't you know? All right.
All right.
All right. Let's do.
What's going on, Laurel?
Any,
Anything interesting? Comments, questions, concerns?
Lots of hand claps. Lots of people glad to see you back, ma'am.
That's nice.
Lots of hearts.
Hearts, all about.
Hearts.
Nice. All right, we'll take your hearts and send them right back.
Send them right back. All right. It is yet again a Bandcamp Friday.
Nice.
Search out some artists. Let's see. Harmar Superstar has a new record out. It's pretty great. It's the beginning of a long cavalcade of amazing records that are coming out this year by people we know. So we're gonna play one more here. This is actually a new song, and it made the cut, and it's on the new record. So
I know you and I have played it before.
we've played it before, maybe on the show
It's a
here,
while ago,
but
yeah.
yeah. I think Retribution Gospel Choir played this song for a little while ago. All right, I'll show you quick how this goes.
Oh. All right.
All right, first chord is C, and that's just barring across the 5th fret. Or if you're playing standard tuning, just play a C. The next chord is a B flat, and B flat is just barring across the 3rd fret. And now, the last chord is an F, and I'll show you kind of this. Okay, now the F is basically the same as the way I play a D, except I'm barring it and playing it up here. It looks like this. Here's the bar across the 3rd fret, and then 5th, and another root. But I'm kind of just I'm just kind of going with the lower power chord strings there. And then there's a little twist sometimes at the end of the cycle where we go quick down to an E flat. That's just same thing. Down there. All right, so C, 3rd fret, 2nd string, B flat, 1st fret on the 2nd string, F, 1st fret on the lowest string. All right, let's do it. All right, 3.
Deep beyond imagination.
Smooth sailing, everybody. Have a great week.
I see you guys.